Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just got back from the theaters after seeing Captain America Brave New World. Who is this? That's Captain America? Why does he look like that? Captain America Brave New World is a 2025 film, and I will not run away from the fact that I said that this was my most anticipated movie of 2025. I was not so much looking forward to it, even though I was, but I was more so hoping this would be good. I was more so clinging on to the idea that we're going to get something that is true to form, especially with Captain America movies. We're going to get a Marvel film that delivers on something that I personally have been wanting from more Marvel properties as of late. And let's talk about whether this movie delivered. This was directed by Julius Ona, and we see Anthony Mackie, who we watched his progression, his steps to becoming the new Captain America in that Falcon and Winter Soldier Disney Plus TV show. But this is his first film playing this role. This is his first film as Captain America, as this character, after getting the shield from Steve Rogers. And this is big for Anthony Mackie. I was so happy to see him excel in this role. I thought he did a great job of playing the lead character, of feeling like the hero that's worthy of a successor to this. And I liked the movie. I thought it was good enough to pass the less than 2 hour timestamp, but I can't say I loved it. I can't say that this was the movie that's going to turn people around who have maybe been waffling on Marvel lately. People who have been like, oh, Marvel doesn't have it anymore. They should have ended after Endgame. If they feel like the feeling isn't there anymore, I don't think this movie will bring that back for them. I think it's good enough to enjoy. It's good enough to shut your brain off and just sort of sit down and get some good action and get some good moments. But overall, it does feel like there is something missing. It feels like there is something lacking. I don't know if it has to do with the reports of all of the reshoots and how this movie seemed to be in a weird flux of Marvel probably realizing that, like, we can't fuck this up. And granted, the reshoots probably made this movie watchable. It probably made this movie, like I say, good enough to get by and not be deemed terrible. But I also feel like I wish that we could have gotten this movie written and made right from the beginning of whenever Marvel decided to change course, change direction for whatever they're going to do with the next Avengers movie. I already mentioned Anthony Mackie and how much I liked him as Sam Wilson. I should mention his sidekick, his new Falcon. Yes, we have a new Falcon who we actually met in the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show. He is Joaquin Torres, played by Danny Ramirez. And I like this actor, I do. I think he does a good job of just filling the role that he has to, and hopefully over time I'll like him even more. There was something about their chemistry and banter that, like, it wasn't terrible, but I also, maybe I'm just comparing it. Right? This is Captain America and Falcon, so it's hard to not compare them to the previous versions of these characters and Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson and their chemistry and how much I enjoyed watching those two characters together. I can't say I got that same level. I think the action is good enough, like the hand-to-hand fighting, the fighting on ground that Captain America does with whether it's other agents or just other people. It's fine. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't blow away. It certainly wasn't anything that... I don't want to say that I would have loved the Russos to come in and direct it, because I'm more so thinking of, like, The Winter Soldier. That movie, just holy crap. The fighting was just next level. It was choreography that I hadn't seen up until that point. And so I think that's lacking. The action was more cool and at its best whenever Sam Wilson was flying through the air with his wings, and he was having to stop missiles, or he was having to stop other planes. Like, that's, I think, where the action excelled the most. I can't go without mentioning Harrison Ford, who plays President Thaddeus Ross. It's so weird to see Harrison Ford as this character, because this character was previously played by William Hurt, and it kind of sucks that William Hurt, I'm sure, was looking forward to someday, one day, playing this role at this point of the character's arc. And unfortunately, he passed away before he got to do so. Harrison Ford is great, though. It's not like you can complain about getting a talent, a name at the level of Harrison Ford. And I think he does a great job of filling this role that he does. I enjoy the aspect of following a president-type character in the world of Marvel, and even in our current climate of just politics and behind the scenes stuff and not knowing who to trust and backstabbing. Secret government spy type stuff is some of my favorite movies to watch. It is. The mystery of it, the not knowing who to trust, just the whole, like, I love all of that. And I think that's what the previous Captain America movies did great, was that type of stuff. I'm not sure if that's as strong here. Like, there's some cool stuff of it, but the mystery wasn't nearly as intriguing. I kind of sort of figured out early on what was going on, and so it wasn't like a huge surprise. Maybe if I wasn't so connected to the comics, maybe if it's like, and this is in the trailers, it's on the posters, this isn't a spoiler at all. They wanted you to know that we are getting a Red Hulk in this movie, and I think the Red Hulk stuff is very cool. It's a part of some of the things in this movie that I had been waiting for personally, for a payoff, since that 2008 Incredible Hulk film. Like, I have been waiting for this stuff to go somewhere for so long, and it almost feels like, on one hand, I am glad to have seen it get to this point. I'm glad that we have finally done something with that pocket of the Marvel universe, but it also feels like I've waited so long for this, that did it live up to my personal hype? Did it live up to what I would have liked to have seen some of these characters be done with? At the end of the day, I'm not going to say that this is the greatest Marvel movie in recent times. Obviously, you're going to have people debate. Some people probably crap on it because that's what seems to be the norm with Marvel lately. And this isn't something I even feel comfortable like defending. I'll say that for me, I enjoyed it to a point. I'm going to give it a good date movie. And that might sound disappointing, even hearing myself say it, because again, I was definitely hyping this movie up for myself. But I feel like come Fantastic Four, we will hopefully get this train back on track, get this ball rolling, and I think that's where we need to truly do something pretty awesome. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Captain America Brave New World? Did you see it? Did you like it as well? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.